Good evening, race fans, and welcome here to Gateway Speedway, also known as Worldwide Technologies Raceway, here in St. Louis, Missouri, somewhere close there. This is the Budweiser All-Pro Series, getting ready to take on the Four Corners, very flat racetrack that's very similar to the Darlington Raceway in terms of track shape. So I want to take this time to address the very odd and weird race at Las Vegas. If that is, if you guys are watching this, I know some of you actually skip to the very end, so hopefully you guys are going to pay attention to this. So I run a new EXE that both me and Seth Cole found, and Trent. I don't know if Trent's running this EXE. I know he's running Tyler Mallon's EXE that allows wave arounds. But it's called Better Cautions. Now, the Better Cautions EXE allows the following. It allows you to disable racing back to the yellow flag, meaning that if a caution comes out, field is frozen, they slow down, come across the line, try to catch up with the pace car. It also allows you to disable collisions, both under caution, which is good to avoid like the stack up. People sometimes like to stack up, when they're trying to slow down and catch up with the pace car and everything, and it causes unwanted damage or unneeded damage. It also disables collisions on pit road, which is also good for tracks like Daytona, Talladega, where I hate having pit stops. And I think was my Daytona 500 track, all those back in the 500, you had all those weird people who were like a lap down or stuck on pit road for a long time, going laps down, because apparently they would have some type of collision while coming into their pit stalls, and it would teleport them to pit road. It would teleport them to their pit stall, but because they were just literally right after their pit stall, it would give them forever, a full length tow, as if they were being towed around the racetrack back to their pit stall, which would then cause them to go laps down. So that's good. This EXE also allows me to send the lapped cars to the rear of the field instead of just being in the middle of everywhere, like how they usually are if they're not, within 10 laps to go, wherever if a caution were to come out, they'd just be stuck in between cars on the lead lap. So that's a good thing too. But it also gives me the ability to do modern double file restarts, which I think it's still iffy. Some tracks are. Probably should test it more before actually going on through the races. But usually what that means is by turn number 3 at most racetracks, they'll double up and they will double up and they will try to, do like a double file restart. Just like we see them lined up here on pit road. And the last thing it allows me to do is to add laps for green-white checker finishes, which is what we saw last week at Las Vegas, or the other day at Las Vegas. So what happened last week was Jessica Shelton decided to stay out on the second round of green flag pit stops, which is weird because they all came in. The first round, they all came in. Every single car came in at the same time. Well, apparently, in the back, when that wreck happened between the 9 and the 43, everybody was still already dedicated to coming down pit road, and obviously, as you know how NR works, they'll come down pit road anyways, regardless of whether the caution's out or not. So, and because of that happened, it trapped everybody a lap down, other than Jessica Shelton, who then came down pit road the next time around, thus putting practically everybody at the tail end of the lead lap. So, off camera, when they were coming to the restart, there was obviously nothing I can do at that point. I disabled the sending the lap cars to the back, so they all stayed at the front of Jessica Shelton, and the race went back green. Well, my immediate plan was I was going to throw a caution, allow all the cars that were on the tail end of the lead lap to go back around, catch up, and everything would be back to normal again. Well, I think because I had race back to cautions disabled and it was a frozen field, I think it somehow glitched again. It either glitched or because of that, the pace car picked up the car that was in the front of the pack, tail end of the lead lap. So none of the cars got to actually go back around and catch up with Jessica Shelton. Me fast forwarding to the restart, thinking, okay, that fixed it. Didn't pay attention. Re-enabled. That's what I was trying to say. Re-enabled send lap cars to the back. So when they got the 1-to-go signal, everybody tried to go behind Jessica Shelton, who at the time was the race leader. And Jessica Shelton raced to the front of the line, and then it became a double file restart, pretty much with everybody trapped a lap down, which is where the Vegas video picks up when they just took the green flag and you saw everybody 1 lap down. I did my best to try to fix it. Apparently, it didn't work. And then when cars were coming down pit road for the final pit stop with just a couple laps to go, I threw a caution again, hoping that maybe that will help put a green-white checkered up. And, if any cars were a lap down, hopefully cars would be back on the lead lap. So I tried to do that, which probably inevitably ruined ruined the finish of that race, because I'm sure strategy would have played out anyways. It ruined the finish of that race more than it helped, or should have helped. So I'm hoping that none of that is going to happen again tonight. I'm hoping that there's not going to be cases where cars get trapped a lap down and things like that, and it just isn't going to be an actual good race. That's just what I'm hoping for. You guys got to bear with me. I know Las Vegas was probably a race that we want to forget, and more than likely it will be. So what I'm really, really hoping for is that tonight's race here at Gateway will be a much, much better race and a much, much better showcase of the Better Cautions EXE. So with that being said, that being explained, we're going to go trackside, get the opening ceremonies, and get this race underway.
To honor America with the performance of the national anthem, 8-time Grammy Award winner, Chris Stapleton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular upon spur, singing out, yeah, through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome our Grand Marshal and Honorary Starter, John Vorbeck, Chief Marketing Officer of CarShield.
Drivers, start your engines!
never get.
The engines are fired here at Gateway. We are getting ready for what is set to be 60 laps of racing. That's 3 segments. It's broken up into. Yep, that's 3 segments broken up into 20, 20, and 20 as these cars roll onto the racetrack. Gonna probably look from this angle here. This is the good camera here. Levi McIntyre and the number 20 of Jessica Shelton have the front row. Behind them is the 47 of William Brock and the 11 of Laura Chung. Top 4, we got Ford, Toyota, Chevy, Toyota. Again, all 3 makes grab the top 3 spots here. Kyle Matthews and Cole Deaver, row number 3. You got Zach Rogers, Ali Rain, and back here in row number 4. And then you got Jonathan Zorline and Reggie Fogelman rounding out your top 10 starters. This is going to be interesting to see who can max out strategy and who's going to come away with the victory here in race number 5 of 30 in the Budweiser All-Pro Series. Here we go. Pace car is off. Field is in the hands of Levi McIntyre, getting ready for the green flag to come out and start. Green flag is out. We're underway here at Gateway. Boy, and Levi and William Brock both had a great start right there. All 38 cars have made it to the green flag. Levi able to stay to the inside. Oh, we have a problem already. Kyle Matthews to the inside. The caution flag is out. Kyle Matthews hooked off of a car already. The yellow flag is out. These drivers do not race back to the caution flag. And we are under caution already. Kyle Matthews smoking out of his number 5 Valvoline Chevrolet Rick Hendrick Motorsports car. He got turned off. He got turned at the exit of turn number 2. Got to go back and see who it was that hooked him. But this is not the way Kyle Matthews wanted to start his night. He's actually had a couple of good finishes the last couple of weeks. Top 15 finishes for that 5 team. And he had a good promising start here today, and unfortunately I think he's going to take it behind the wall. Kyle Matthews is done for the day. Excuse me, for the night. Car is on pit road already here at Gateway. As these cars come down pit road, let's go ahead and I'm actually not going to take a break. Let's watch how these cars get off pit road. Let's see if there's going to be any type of strategy going on here. Mostly just fuel only. Couple positions do change. There's 66 of Matthew Rodriguez. I think he might have stayed out or something. Anyways, as these cars come by, well, let's go take a look and see what happened with Kyle Matthews. Oops, not the 4. I need the 5. There we go. Alright, so let's see what happens. Could it have been Zach Rogers that turned him? It might have been. Let's see. The 5 car comes through the corner. He starts to get up off the corner. The 10, he drifts up just a little bit. Got a little. Oh, that's what it was right there. He got a little sideways, and when he came back down, to correct the car, he just got. Zach Rogers was already there with the momentum. Watch. You'll see here. Watch him just get a little tight off the corner. He has to get off the gas. Car almost snaps around on him. He fixes it right there. But Zach Rogers, unfortunately, is already there. And it just turns Kyle hard into the wall with the hood of his race car. And that's just going to end Kyle Matthews' night really early. That being said, Kyle out of the race. Keep focus on the pace car. I almost said Joey Logano, but I know that it's not Joey Logano. It's Levi McIntyre, currently the race leader. Alright, these cars have got the one to go signal. We probably will not see them double up until close to turn number 3. But right now, your top 10, Levi McIntyre, William Brock, Cole Deaver, Zach Rogers, Jessica Shelton, Jonathan Zorline, Trent Dunham, Laura Chung, Marcus Schuenberg, and Matthew Rodriguez. Hopefully these cars don't keep wrecking like that. Otherwise, I'm going to have to disable the modern double file restarts because I feel like this track is one of the ones where double file restarts just mean that these cars love to get into and wreck each other quite a lot off of turn number 2. So I do have the power to bring us back to single file restarts just like we used to if it calls for it. Yep, here we go. Double file restart heading into turn number 3. Cars will slow down just so they can get double file. You'll see the pace car take the access. Well, not really take the access road. There should be a part right here coming up that he's able. Yep, right there. Brings it in. We'll see if Levi can get the same jump he had on the same jump he had on the initial start of the race here this time around. But we got William Brock on the outside of him this time. Waiting for it. And there we go. Green flag back out. We're back underway. Well, he got an okay start that time. 47 car goes really wide. Everybody made it through. Everybody made it through the turns already. Levi McIntyre went a little bit wide, tried to diamond the corner a little bit. He's going to come off the corner. He's going to lead this lap. Ooh, Shelton went really wide, pushing the 47 car up. Here comes Trent Dunham in the 1 car on the inside. He's going to take over what I believe to be would be the 4th spot right behind Shelton. Cole Deaver up here going to try to get back going. Here comes Marcus Schuenberg in the 42. Oh, a little bit of a bump back there between cars. Look at a 41 car trying to get a run through the middle. Actually, this is all 3 Stewart Haas Racing teammates right here coming off of turn number 4. That was 3 Stewart Haas Racing teammates side by side. Jessica Shelton finished 3rd last week at the disaster that was Las Vegas after pretty much dominating, leading 45 of the 54 laps. 54 laps last week and not even coming home with the victory. So she's determined to get up here. She's going to be right on the back bumper of Cole Deaver, who has begun to kind of reel in Levi McIntyre. Cole Deaver is the fastest car on the racetrack right now. We'll see if he can capitalize on it. Looking back here towards the back of the pack, we've got, Matt McIntyre back here. We've got James Qualls. We've got the 15 of Charles Belding. Madeline Crenshaw back here as well. But the inside lane, it does stack up on a short track like this. It will begin to stack up, and it's just hard to make up positions. Last week's winner, Seth Cole, going to go underneath the 14 car. This is going to probably put him inside the top 10, possibly 9th place, as we're coming to 11 laps to go in stage number 1. Yep, 11 laps to go in stage number 1. Levi is your leader, but look at Cole Deaver right here. We'll see if Cole Deaver can try to make some type of move to get around and get to the race lead. Jessica Shelton all but pushed that number 3 car. And now look at the run that Cole Deaver gets off of turn number 4, coming to the line right here. Trent Dunham up here as well. These 4 cars broke away a little bit. Schuenberg back here. Brock. Not Lesnar, but it's William Brock. Seth Cole up here. These cars beginning to kind of get single file a little bit. Ooh, the 12 car of RJ Bishop just got a little loose off of turn number 2 there. Got to be careful when putting the throttle back down. Here's Dylan Young. Finished second last week at the disaster that was Las Vegas. 3 wide. Here, Charlie Buxton trying to be on a tear. He was doing pretty good before the accident that started the disaster that was Las Vegas. Meanwhile, again, back up here at the front. Got to keep an eye on this battle. Let's ride on board Cole Deaver. Let's listen to how he gets around this race. Oh, never mind. We're going to ride on board with him. He's going to try to take the lead from the 22 of Levi McIntyre, but Levi gets the run off the corner. He stays low. Hard on the brakes here. We'll see if he can get off the corner better. Meanwhile, Trent Dunham has just gotten around Jessica Shelton for the 3rd spot. We'll see what happens. Can Cole Deaver close the gap up? Look at him. Look at him close the gap up on the 22, but the 22 stays right there. Trent Dunham kind of falling back just a little bit. Cole is in position to I almost said bounce. He's in the position to pounce if Levi should make a mistake in these final couple laps of stage number 1. We'll see here if the 3 car can dive it off into turns 3 and 4 here. Levi just has to slip up. The 3 car can get back to the gas earlier than the 22. Can't quite get there. Levi McIntyre has led every lap since the start of this race, so he's led 14 out of the 15 laps. Oh, look at Trent able to get up here too. Trent making a good move. Trent's the 2nd fastest car on the racetrack right now. Out of the leaders, let's see who was faster. We have a 34.27, 34.31, and a 34.36. So actually, Levi was faster that last lap by. We'll see if Jessica tries to make a run underneath. Look at the 3 car. We'll see. Does he pull out? Yep. Here comes the 3 of Cole Deaver. Going to try. Oh, he tried. The 3 tried to outbrake, but Levi really sent it in the corner, as did Jessica Shelton behind them, trying to get 3rd spot back. Four and a half laps to go in stage number 1. This should be interesting. Let's see if Cole Deaver can really try to put it in there. Let's see if he can try to get the better launch off the corner. The 42 car gaining up on the 1 of Trent Dunham. Meanwhile, we have another bat change for position back here. Jonathan Zorline in the 41 car, actually able to move past the 47. Battle. Here comes Henry Sanford in that 78 car, trying to get the spot underneath the 47. Meanwhile, we have a battle for 2nd place. Levi McIntyre beginning to pull away a little bit. Shelton has to pull back in line. That could be what Levi needs to see to win the stage. Off of turn number 4, 2 laps to go in stage number 1. Meanwhile, back here, we've got Carson Gum move back into last place. We've got, again, Dylan Pote back here. We've got Fitzwater back here. The 45, the 3, the 51, and others back here. Alan Crenshaw back here across the line, 26th place that time by. Oh, here comes the 66 car on the pit road. I was wondering when he'd come down pit road, considering that he, I think he stayed out from the previous caution on lap number 1. So We'll see if these cars can make it to finish. The 3 car, once again, right back on the back bumper. Oh, the 3 car. Oh, the 3 car able to get back on the gas. Here comes Cole Deaver to the inside. It's going to be a side-by-side finish. Who's going to get the run to the line? Cole Deaver is going to win stage number 1. And the top 10 has fully updated here. There's your finishing results for stage number 1. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back with more action here at Gateway. Welcome back here to Gateway as we have a battle coming on the pit road here. Nobody really stayed out. The 41 car. Oh, maybe we do have a couple cars staying out here, and that is the 17 of Matt McIntyre. Probably won't get credit for leading the lap. Oh, no, never mind. He did. The 34 able to stay out as well. The 45, Matthew Rodriguez, who's 36th right now, a lap down. So these 3 cars stayed out. Well, actually, there's more. It is a little rough. It is a little difficult sometimes to get on to this access road. Cole Deaver going to be the first out of pit road, followed by the 22, the 20, the 1, the 47, and others. There's Matthew Rodriguez, who I believe is back on the lead lap now, and I believe he could cycle around into second place if I'm not mistaken. Well, we'll see what happens when he crosses the line. Yeah, this is going to be a battle for the lead as I believe they just passed the cars that were on pit road, the 17 and others. So Matthew Rodriguez, with some strategy, is the current race leader. No cars are a lap down, which is very good. I'm happy for that. So Matthew Rodriguez, who stayed out under the caution, came in early, has a couple lap older tires than the 3 car. Probably, I want to say 1 to 2 lap older tires than the 3 car does. We'll see if the 3 is able to run them back down. Meanwhile, back here, we still got Levi McIntyre ahead of Jessica Shelton, Trent Dunham, and his teammate Charles Sanford, who pitted a lap earlier than his teammate. That strategy really pulling up, changing up the entire top 10, really. We got the, Team Trackhouse here. I can't believe I blanked out on the name of that organization for a second. Team Trackhouse up here. Jessica Shelton gets by the number 22, takes over 3rd spot. Meanwhile, I almost said Seth Cole, but it's Cole Deaver all over the back bumper of Matthew Rodriguez. Next stage ends on lap 40. I don't believe that Matthew Rodriguez is going for stage points at all this race. He's going to try to go for the overall win because I know that he won't be able to make it all the way on fuel. He won't be able to make it all the way to the end of the stage on fuel. I guess he could also be hoping for a caution flag to put everybody back on the same strategy, because if I think about it, he can run roughly 20 laps on a tank of gas, give or take, and he came in around lap, I think it was 19 or so, right before the end of stage number 1, 18, 19. So if he has to come in on, let's say, between laps 38 and 39, that's gonna put him. That might put him a couple laps short of making it to the finish. But we'll have to wait and see what strategy he pulls out, and if cautions do indeed come out. Look at him giving up the inside lane, running about the middle lane here. Koldever couldn't really catch him. He got a good run off the corner. Meanwhile, we're gonna do a full field rundown. We got Reggie Fogelman in last. Well, second to last because the 5 car is already out. Then we got Dylan Poteet back here, Samuel Ozkin, Daniel Voyle, Zach Fitzwater, Anthony McCurry back here, Charlie Buxton, Dylan Matthews, the 43 of Cole Baker, the 19 of Carson Gum. I want to say what is now Madeline Crenshaw getting passed by her teammate Christina Bell for the 26th position. Charles Belding, Nick Gunther, Laura Chung, Benjamin Miles, RJ Bishop, Zach Rogers, who was just passed by Dylan Young for 19th. James Qualls up here. That strategy put him inside the top 20. Matt McIntyre, Cody Lamis, Nathan Ormond, Allie Rain, who was the defending winner of the Gateway race last season. She won this race, all via pit strategy. Jonathan Zorline up here. Bern Oliveira running a lot better. Top 15 compared to last week. In 12th. Henry Sanford 11th. Then it's Marcus Schuenberg. William Brock. Charles Sanford beginning to fall back here. Seth Cole. Roberto Crown Jr. Trent Dunham. Levi McIntyre. Jessica Shelton. Koldever. And then all back to our race leader, Matthew Rodriguez. Coming up to 10 laps to go in stage number 2. Koldever going to move to the inside, maybe try to get to the inside of the 66. Can't quite get there. That's going to bring Jessica Shelton up to them. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm recording this on Mother's Day. It's 1 o'clock, but I'm still tired. Down to the inside. The 3-car look at the 3-car able to get back onto the gas a lot earlier. But we'll see if the 66 car has the run off the corner. Leading them back to the line. This is even a closer battle. I think the 66 still had it, and he did. We'll see if the 66 can run it off on the high lane. Nope, the 3-car with better tires. Now Jessica Shelton. Ooh, Jessica Shelton had to get on the brakes there. So Koldever takes the lead back, and here comes Shelton to the inside trying for second place. This is going to bring Levi McIntyre and Trent Dunham back up here. Oh, Shelton had to back way off, giving the 66 his second place back fully. But we'll see what happens. 66 on a lap or two of older tires than these drivers. Oh, I don't know what happened there. 66 really put a block on Jessica Shelton. That's going to allow the 3-car really to pull away at this point. And the 22 trying to challenge for third spot. And imagine we see the 66 of Matthew Rodriguez coming into pit road here within the next probably 4 laps or so. Meanwhile, Koldever has pulled away. He's got over a second lead now. Jessica Shelton going to try to go to the inside, but Matthew Rodriguez able to use the outside lane to his advantage. Gonna keep on watching the battle for second place. Oh, Shelton's gonna move him. Shelton is gonna move him. Oh my God, she almost turned him. I don't know what the problem with Matthew Rodriguez is. But now it's gonna allow the 22 and the 1 car on the outside. But Shelton almost turned the 66 car. We'll see if she tries to make it 3 wide, and it looks like she is. Oh, Shelton again really had to back off. 3 wide. Shelton going to get to the inside here. This is really allowing that 3 car to pull away. There we go. Now, Jessica Shelton able to get clear of Matthew Rodriguez. We'll see if she can chase down that 3 car before the end of the stage. Oh, and Trent Dunham said, "You're not going to block me." He just got back on the gas. He's going to get around the 22, and we'll see now if he can get around that. We'll see now if he can get around the 66. 3 laps to go in stage number 2. Now Seth Cole up here. Seth Cole looking to get the 5th position. Again, Matthew Rodriguez blocking. We'll see. I don't see anybody on pit road as of right now. The 3 car able to bring the lead back up to about just over 2 seconds over Jessica Shelton. Matthew Rodriguez still holds on into the 3rd position here. Now, this would be the lap he'd come down if he's not going to be able to make 20 laps, and it looks like that's exactly what he's doing. Matthew Rodriguez going to come down pit road this time by. So is the 31. The 31 and the 99 coming down pit road this time by. Meanwhile, we are on the final lap for stage number 2. This is going to be all Cole Deaver. Oh, I saw somebody coming down pit road. Shelton and the 22 are coming down pit road. This is going to be interesting. Cole Deaver wins stage number 2, but we'll see what happens. We're going to wait for the top 10 to update here. And I think it might have already. I think that's our top 10 right now. So we're going to step aside, take a quick commercial break, be right back with more action. Oh, the caution is out. Hold on. The yellow flag is out. We have cars on pit road right now. Oh, I can't believe this happened. I didn't hit a button. Caution is out. These drivers who haven't come down pit road are coming down pit road this time by, such as the 19, the 77, the 15, the 43, the 62. There's the 3 right there. So I'm not sure how this is going to pan out here. We are going to have cars a lap down, and it looks like the 11 of Laura Chung could be the potential cause of this. I have already at this point showed you the finishing results here. But as these cars come down pit road, we're going to take a quick commercial break, be right back to sort everything out, as well as look at the caution.
Warning. The Duracell Cup Series data file you have attempted to access is out of date. Uploading current file now.
It's a brand new car from stem to stern, and it's never been raced at these speeds.
The next gen car is opportunity.
Everything is different with the exception of like the seat, the steering wheel, and your helmet.
Unknown creates excitement.
Alright, well, we're looking here to see at what brought out the caution flag. During this round of pit stops, it looks like Cody Lamas just got a little too hot coming down pit road. He got into the grass where there's really just no grip. Starts kind of drifting his way towards the outside bottom part of the racetrack there where he starts to get grip. Dylan Young's like, oh my lord. Just barely misses him and Matt McIntyre. Well, Cody Lamas still coming to pit road, still trying to get his car woed up. Tries to turn, starts turning. The pit road wall's coming up. I don't know why he's not turning down. And Cody Lamas just bangs off the wall. Caution comes out. Laura Chung gets involved in it right there. The C's part for the number 9. Laura Chung there. Zach Rogers runs into the 48 car. The 21 car just kind of sits there. The 7 car has to pretty much come to a stop almost. The 11 just gets back going again. Can't really see nothing wrong. But and then Cody Lamas just done for the day. He's going to teleport back to his pit stall. And that's what happens to bring out the caution flag. As we're going to keep an eye on some of these cars who I believe are on the tail end of the lead lap. But the problem is when the caution lights go out, they will have to go to the rear of the field, which will probably leave about 10 cars on the lead lap. You know what? I'm going to try something. So I'm going to take a step aside. We'll be right back. All right. We're back here at Gateway, getting ready. We got the 1 to go signal. You notice a couple of laps gone. Well, guess what? I actually fixed it. Instead of having all these cars at the tail end of the lead lap and being forced to go 1 lap down, we are now... Every car is on the lead lap except for the number 10, who is waiting to go to the rear of the field. You see him back over there, waiting to go towards the rear of the field, waiting for everybody to pass him. Then these cars will double up in turn 3, and we will go racing for 10 laps. And oh no, we have a trouble in the back! Jessica Shelton! The number 20, Jessica Shelton, seems to have an engine problem. That engine has went sour on that number 20. Unbelievable that Jessica Shelton is going to have to come to pit road. She's taking the access road. These cars are doubling up. And we are getting ready. Jessica Shelton, who had a really dominant car, we are getting ready to go back green flag racing. You see the top 10 right now. We've got Cole Deaver, Henry Sanford, William Brock, Allie Rain, the 42, Marcus Schuenberg, Trent Dunham, James Qualls, RJ Bishop, Dylan Young, and Matt McIntyre, your top 10 as we're getting ready for green flag here. Green flag is out, 10 laps to go. Outside lane really not getting that much help here. Cole Deaver's had one of the fastest cars all race long, at least until recently here. He's going to pull away with the lead. We've got 10 laps to go. These cars have got to settle it out and try to get back up there. William Brock will take over second place now. 9 laps to go. We'll see if William Brock can reel in that number 3 car. Benjamin Miles up here trying to get there. Trent Dunham stuck behind the 2 of Dylan Young. Come across the line this time by. Half a second lead does Cole Deaver have over the 47 of William Brock. We've got Chevy, Ford, Ford. That's your top 5 right now. As William Brock or Marcus Schuenberg's gonna go underneath the 78 car. Couldn't quite get it done. It's Charles Belding on pit road right now. Could Belding become a lapped car? Could the lap car be in the way? Could Belding use the lap, or could Deaver use the lap car of Belding as a pick? And I think he might be able to. 15 car comes right up in front of the 47. 6 laps to go here at Gateway. Turns out to be a piston problem on the 20 car and a valve problem on the 8 of Reggie Fogelman. Didn't see that one. So Reggie Fogelman and the 20 of Jessica Shelton out of this race, as well as Cody Lamas and the 11 of Laura Chung. Cole Deaver has got this race locked up. Green-white checkers are enabled. So if a caution comes out before the white flag, this race will continue for at least one green-white checkered attempt. Nobody a challenge for Cole Deaver. He's got the lead up to almost a full second. Oh, we got a couple cars coming to pit road. Here comes Cole Deaver to pit road. Or, excuse me, Cole Baker to pit road. My bad. There's so many Coles in here. Cole Baker to pit road with 3 laps of racing to go. Challenge for third back here to 78. Gets around the 42. Cole Deaver still the race leader, coming to 2 laps to go. Leads up to almost a second and a half. Say, unless the 3 car has to come to pit road, there's no way. I don't think anybody's catching that 3 car. Either that or unless a caution comes out. And so far, it doesn't look like either is happening. Out of turn number 4. The white flag in the air. 1 lap of racing to go for Cole Deaver. That number 3 has been strong all race. He has to have clinched the most laps led at this point, next to Levi McIntyre. But right now, it's all about that number 3 for Richard Childress Racing. Cole Deaver's last win came 2 seasons ago in the Daytona 500. 60-ish races, and Cole Deaver wins here at Gateway. Absolutely amazing, Cole Deaver. Cole Deaver wins here at Gateway. Makes a late last minute come on to pit road here. As we watch him, gonna export the results. There we go. Cole Deaver officially the winner. William Brock in second. Henry Sanford third. Marcus Schuenberg fourth. James Qualls 5th, Ali Rain 6th, Benjamin Miles 7th, RJ Bishop 8th, Trent Dunham 9th, and Dylan Young rounds out the top 10. And then we have Carson Gillum, Christina Bell, Matthew Rodriguez, Levi McIntyre, another one of the strong cars today. On start on the pole, finishes 14th. Roberto Crown Jr., Charles Sanford, Seth Cole, Nathan Orman, Nick Gunther, Matt McIntyre. We've got Bern Oliveira finishes 21st. Dylan Poteet, Dylan Matthews, Jonathan Zorline, Zachary Fitzwater, Madeline Crenshaw, Samuel Oskin, Anthony McCurry, Daniel Voiles, Charlie Buxton finishes out your top 30, and with only 30 cars on the lead lap. Then the cars lap down include Charles Belding, Cole Baker, and Zach Rogers. And then the cars that unfortunately failed to finish the race include Reggie Fogelman, Jessica Shelton, Laura Chung, Cody Lamas, and Kyle Matthews. Well, I'm going to pull up my my schedule here as we are getting ready for what should be another exciting season. We're going to pack things up from Gateway, and we're gonna head over about a state or two to Bristol, baby. That's correct. We are going to Bristol Dirt next week. It's gonna be an exciting race. I hope. That track has given me so many issues. We're gonna have to wait and see and hope that it's actually a good race. And then after the next 5 races, or the next 4 races after Bristol Dirt include Talladega, Atlanta, Michigan, and then a doubleheader at Pocono. So actually, that's 5 races. So, yep, things are going to be absolutely crazy. So congratulations to Cole Deaver on officially taking the victory here at Gateway. This race was much, much, much better than Las Vegas. I'm very glad about that. Only had to fix one issue under caution, and everything was back to normal. So that was very good. We're packing up. We'll see you guys next week at Bristol Dirt. I am Michael Norman of the Budweiser All-Pro Series, and I say, until we meet again.